What's up, gamers? I am back. Ignore my the last video I uploaded. Okay, it's definitely was recently, not a month ago.
Oh
But
my god.
but we're good. I'm back with my co-host X Mido. Here playing Genshin Impact. Except this time, we're gonna be less playing and more talking about the state of the game.
So true, bestie.
Bestie. So
No.
first thing on it. I know you took a slight break, not as long as
Yeah.
I did, but I took a massive break. I wasn't playing this game for over 2 weeks. Uh, I did play a bit here and there just to do dailies, but I literally straight up did not touch it for 2 weeks to get my, daily rewards or the
Yeah.
comeback bonus. Uh, was it worth it? Not really, but I was busy in life. So, sometimes you just gotta focus on other things instead of playing Genshin and
Yeah.
getting angry at
Which,
people on Twitter.
yeah, honestly, dude, if it comes between Genshin and you fucking going to college, I mean,
I
is
mean,
there
yeah, that
enough?
was the choice.
Yeah, exactly. So it really depends on um like where you're at it. But if you guys really need a break, don't be afraid to take that break. It's obviously it pains you when you come back. You're like, bruh, I missed like 3 whole fucking weeks of content. I missed this event. I missed this new free to play weapon. Yada yada. But, like at the end of the day, though, it's 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 a video game, dude. Like,
To be
is
fair,
it?
I did cheat a little bit. I did call in some help with my friend to log into my account on the last day to finish up the event rewards. But
Mhm.
like, that obviously not everyone will have that. And
No,
you don't need to participate in every event, but if you're actively playing the game, I obviously would suggest you grind it up, especially for the weapons and
not
characters.
everyone has friends, is what Cool Demon is saying.
Oh, no, what? Come on, everyone has friends, right? You guys all have phones, right? That's a reference to Dota 2 and Blizzard being funny, but that's whatever.
And you cringe.
Hey, hey, you are beta main.
Oh my
Uh,
god. Beta male spotted. Guidance
hey,
provided.
hey, not nice. Okay, this is a family-friendly game, right? Obviously, it's
Super
rated
family
teen.
friendly with all the massive titties bouncing on your screen.
I know it's the most family-friendly game I've played in 20 years, and I'm only 18.
My man hasn't even been alive 20 years.
Yes, I have. Clearly, I'm an old boomer. It's back in my day.
Clearly,
Games didn't have microtransactions.
back in my day. Okay, but for real though, we're getting a little off topic. No Kappa. It's
For
funny
for
though.
real, for real. But yeah, not much to talk about on that point besides me taking a break, and
Yeah.
it's not a big deal, right? Although
No, it's really
I
not. No
will
one really
say on the YouTube
cares.
side that
Oh
comes
yeah.
down to two things: scheduling and the fact that I was busy. When you're
hmm
working on school stuff and an actual job, it's kind of hard to, you know, do a third thing on the side as well, besides just a hour or two gaming. It's
Yeah, it's like
but
at that point you're choosing like, especially if you have like a group of friends you hang out with, you're choosing now between four things. It's like, well, I could hang out with my friends or I could record. And it's like, then you get like stuck, and then you're like, I don't know. It's
a lot
really
of mental
difficult once you have to.
drainage.
Yeah, it's really difficult when you have to juggle homework, a job, and then friends, and then on top of that, recording for YouTube. It becomes very heavy on someone. Which is why most people prioritize their friendships over something like YouTube. Honestly, cherish your friends because you don't know when you last time you're gonna talk to that one person is. Like, for real.
Yeah,
Um,
it sometimes just
but
happens like out of nowhere.
yeah, real Genshin Impact. Still so far we're going strong. But I think we should talk about the big in the room, and that is 2.7 being uh which is pretty fortunate. If you want to go ahead and kick us off with that,
Yeah,
Mr. Demon.
so 2.7, the news line for 2.7 was questionable from the beginning, and on top of that, there was multiple like world events that actually impacted the current state of the game, which is
Mhm.
interesting to say the
World
least.
as in
And
IRL, like,
yeah,
Yeah.
IRL, and also the fact that the company specifically disabled the feature, which uh I do want to talk about first because it's not
Mhm.
as big, and it is kind of important because it does impact the actual game state. So as you know, the teapot has been dysfunctional for placing things for the entire extent of the update. We have no, like, they haven't updated us on when it will be fixed or what exactly they are fixing. It's just been straight up disabled. On
Mhm.
top of that, during the event, we were actually given items to place inside the teapot, like, a Raiden plushie doll, which is,
We
that's pretty
we
funny.
literally can't place it.
But we can't place anything, right? We got new
Mhm.
music stuff, so anyone that hasn't already placed on the music thing can't listen to it.
Unfortunately, yep, you can't
So
even, yeah, can't even play
that
it.
and the other tools, like there was I think it was the last update they added new tools for like the courses and stuff that you can build. You can't
Yeah.
do any of that now. Like all of it's
Nope.
disabled, and it's
Everything.
it's strange because it was just at the start of this update they announced
Yeah.
it. They're like, here you go, we're gonna give you compensation for it, which it's nice that they're giving us the coins for it, right? But
Mhm.
that's only really good for people that have actually used it. The people that don't use it are just it's just adding backlog to basically their coins, but they can't do anything with the coins. Um,
Yeah.
and so this proves right that they really should have just built their teapot because you get free stuff for basically doing nothing. You just gotta
Yeah.
do it once and you're good to go. But it's kind of ridiculous that it's been
I
broken for
mean,
this long.
it's I honestly thought it'd be like they'd give it out like once and then it would be fixed. But it's been like fucking 3-4 weeks, dude. Like,
Hmm.
come on, Mihoyo. What are you doing? I'm sorry, Hoyoverse. What are you doing, Hoyoverse? So,
It's almost comical the fact that it's been broken for
yeah,
this long and they haven't fixed it.
they really need to fix it.
And it's even more interesting because that ties into the next thing of the 2% being delayed. Uh, because so they've been impacted by the pandemic again.
Yep.
Everything's locked down,
Hmm.
and so that really brings in the question: like, are they pushing update like fixing the realm back because of that as well? Right?
Hmm.
It's like they haven't updated us on that, and that's another thing. So again, I already mentioned the teapot being disabled, but on top of that, the update, like actual announcement for 2.7 should have happened last Friday. However,
Yep.
the way they updated, at least people found out that the was it the premiere was delayed, was actually through the comments section on Billy. There wasn't an official announcement for it, like
Nope.
the special version being updated, which is just ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like 3 days ago, they officially announced in game that the actual update was delayed.
Yep.
And so it's got this confusing, like, we got this confusing situation. It's like, it seems that everything is delayed, but they haven't updated us
Hmm.
on anything. And I
They
don't
don't. They.
expect for us to be updated on anything, but
No, I
it's
think it's just
like,
gonna pop out one day. Like, I honestly think they're gonna maybe they'll make like a day and a head announcement, and it'll just kind of come out of nowhere. Like, hey,
yeah.
tomorrow's the stream. See you guys then. It's like, okay, but the game's dead now.
Hmm. It is weird though,
Um,
because like, they have other games. They got three other, no, they have more than three, but they have three like active games
like
being,
major games.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, and about to be four major ones. So they've got Honkai, they got Honkai Star Rail, and they got Tears of Timaeus. Their other like active games.
Well,
Honkai
Honkai
Star
Star Rail
Rail
isn't out yet, but
is currently going through beta, so there's actually people able to sign up for it right now. I don't know if it's the beta's live. I think it's just sign up.
it's not live. They just sent
Um,
out things saying it. The second beta test is coming through, and you got to
Honkai is
sign up for
still
it.
currently getting its events and everything updated. I
Yep.
don't know about the CN side because they have the two versions of the game, but the global side is actually currently still getting content. There's nothing like going on there, at least
No, it's not
until
affected
you
yet.
know, I guess I don't know,
Hmm.
like 2 or 3 more weeks before they get another update or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
and then Tears of the Maze, I have no idea what's going on with that. We don't keep up with
I
that
don't.
game.
Yeah, I don't. I don't
Um,
keep up with. I only keep up with Honkai and
you know,
Genshin. But obviously, Genshin is their big money maker here. It's probably the most popular gacha game, if not one of the most popular mobile games in the world.
I
They need
think in terms
to
of
keep it up.
income, it's actually made the most, like surprisingly, like within such a short time of other gotchas. But the biggest like gotcha, it It's not Genshin. It's another game. There's like a bunch of
This is
other
the
games,
horse
but I
racing
know
game.
it's not the horse. I don't think it's the horse one. But there's other gotchas. But basically, Genshin and Dokkan are like the top ones. Like they're up there constantly, right? Dokkan every time they drop a celebration, like hitting number one,
Dragon
top
Ball,
grossing.
yeah.
It's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Seven Deadly
That's just
Sins,
it.
Grand Cross, that one too. Yeah,
Hmm. That one's
a lot of
still
popular
active.
ones out there. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's still active. I haven't heard of it since like its anniversaries and stuff, but when those anniversary comes around, you hear of it.
Mm,
At least for me.
yeah. But yeah, on the like events, right? I I was talking about this in my Twitch chat the other day. I don't think we're gonna get anything. Like straight up,
Mm.
I do not think we're gonna get anything
No
for the
compensation.
extermination. No,
Nope.
we're gonna get compensation. They said that, but I don't think
Hmm.
we're gonna get like any in-game stuff added until they drop the actual update. Like I think it's
Oh
just
yeah,
people
yeah.
replaying. I was hoping like sort of copium that we get some simple events like a rehash of an older event and then like a leyline overflow throughout the throughout the duration of the extension. That would be really
Hmm.
nice to get double rewards for a couple of runs on regular domains, the talents and artifacts. That would be perfect for this
Yeah.
extension. But they have yet to announce anything, and now we are under a week for when the scheduled update was supposed to happen.
You know what's making me laugh? You know what I find really funny?
Hmm.
Like, what if like everything goes wrong? It's like 2 weeks. Like, imagine. So it's a week right now. It's literally 7 days until the update, right? 8 days. Imagine, imagine that it's been, I don't know, 20 days since the updates came out. And people are like, where the hell's the game at? It's almost 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden on the 21st, the game finally comes out. Like I don't know, May 21st, whatever. The game comes out, or the 2.7 comes out, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, sorry, here's 10 Primo Gems compensation. Could you imagine? 10,
5 primo
10
gems for
Primo
each day
Gems,
that was delayed.
one Primo Gem, no, point 0.5 Primo Gems per each day that was delayed, and then we get 10 fish,
Oh
10
my
salmon,
god, dude.
and then just because they're feeling generous, they'll give us one fluorescent fungus.
Like so I have no expectations for what the competition will be.
Oh no, I'm
Um
assuming it's gonna be pretty decent though.
I
Like
think
I'm
it's gonna be
assuming at least
something
like 800 or something nice.
at most I'm expecting 10 fates. At most. I don't expect
Yeah.
anything more than that. Because
It
so
depends on how
this is
long it
really
goes though,
this is
really.
realistically the first time this has happened. There was like early in the cycle there was like a slight delay like by like a day for their content, which it's who cares. Um,
This
but
this
this is
we
the
don't
first
know
time we've
though.
had something huge push back the game this much, and
Hmm.
so it's
It's not
like
their fault. Like you can't blame it on them. It's literally not their
obviously
fault.
not. But
Yeah.
it just comes to the question like, are we
But
getting anything
yeah.
for this time period? And
The
just
thing the
don't
thing
see
that
it.
pisses me off is people say that it's like, "Oh, we recognize it's not their fault, but we still hate them." It's like, okay. Like you realize
People
like
just hate things
they
that are popular. My
yeah.
resin's gone. Oh my god, whatever. I let it expire.
So the reason why I don't think we're gonna be getting super heavy compensation. I mean, it really just depends on how long the delay goes. I mean, if it's going like 2 weeks, like into no update, and we're just kind of sitting here with zero content for 2 weeks, I'm positive they will at least give us something. Like at least maybe around 5 to 10 fades. If we go any further than that, dude, and they give us anything less than 10 fades, and people will be very upset because they basically just had their game dead for an entire month, no content, no nothing, and obviously the
Are
player base will
locked
drop
out and
heavily.
then they haven't
Yeah,
done any content as of. I mean, there's some stuff going on at the moment, but
right.
it's the big update is delayed.
The big update, the one that everyone's looking forward to with the new characters and all that stuff, has been delayed. It really would be disappointing if it goes honestly even 1 week up plus and we don't get like anything above 5 days. It's like really did.
Yeah, it's it's more
They
delayed
said there
because
will be compensation though, so I have hope they learn from the first anniversary disaster, and this is more of a disaster in my opinion, than the first anniversary one. Because I mean, obviously
at
anniversary
least you can play the
rewards
game.
is, yeah, at least you could play the game. There's stuff to do, right? But for this, There ain't shit, cuz.
Yeah, I. It's real unfortunate because they were expected to hype more up of Sumeru, for this special
Mm,
program, considering it should be, the like, uh, it should be like
yeah.
the 2.8, 2.9 update. Like it should be,
It
coming
should
up
be
relatively
2.9,
soon,
3.0. Yeah, yeah.
um, for the next big region, and that's getting pushed back,
Yep.
which is gonna kill off a lot of hype, because they're basically keeping the same schedule, which I have no problems with. But everything's just being pushed back because of real
The
world events.
question is, obviously pushing something back will build up hype naturally,
Hmm.
but pushing something too far back will kill hype. So they have to find like that sweet spot for it. But this is obviously way out of their control right now. So unfortunately, they can't really do much about it until funny CCP is like, go ahead. So they really don't have a choice in this situation, which is very unfortunate. I wish they did. Um, I wish they had something they could do to kind of get around it, because obviously this is one of the most moneymaker video games of all time. Like you could hate Genshin, but you can't deny that this game makes fucking bank for the company.
Right.
So I really hope they'll be able to get back on track soon. If not, then I hope the competition's great, because my god, will their game be dead for a good amount of time.
I feel like this time period is going to be its biggest drop in terms of making money, simply because
Oh yeah,
I know there are
there's not gonna be any
banner
banners.
situations like Kokomi and everything. It's like, oh yeah, here are these characters that don't
But
sell
at
well.
least they had a banner. We're not gonna
Yeah,
have a banner.
there's not, it's not new content, right? It's
No.
no banner. There's nothing to update the game. So it's just sort of there. It's, I don't know, unprecedented,
Yeah.
scenario for Genshin.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
Although I guess it could be worse.
Oh yeah, they could just have their entire game get shut down.
Yeah, unable to
I
run
guess it could
servers.
be worse. And then in a week later, Genshin Impact officially shutting down.
Didn't make enough V-Bucks, guys. Come on, shut it down.
Okay. Alright.
What, you don't want your free primo gems? Your 1/16 of a summon?
Oh my god. Can't wait, man.
I cannot wait for my
20,
compensation.
20 primo
20 primos.
20 primo gems for a 2-week delay, and then you get one fucking masterless Stardust. And then they're feeling super generous, and they're like, you know what, guys? We're very sorry. Here's one apple and one Sincetta.
Bro, I want to know what happened to the daily logins from the first update. Very first, when the game launched, we had daily logins.
I think
What
it was
happened
just
to
the
that,
beta
bro?
thing. I don't know. Where is that shit? Because that shit would be really helpful right about now. If they were
That'd
just
be
like, all
so
right,
sick. It'd make
just
the game even more
reintroduce that.
addicting.
Yeah. Just reintroduce the daily logins, dude, and I don't think anyone would really go anywhere unless, obviously, I mean, still zero content poggers, but daily login will definitely incite people to at least log into your game. But right now, currently, by the way we're looking at things, there's actually no reason to play the game unless you just want to use your resident farm
Or like
for
me, you gotta catch up
something.
on stuff you missed out.
Yeah.
Well, of course you
Yeah,
can do
yeah,
that
yeah.
anytime.
Of course, but the thing is do you really want to? So it's
I mean,
we'll see what happens. We'll
to
see.
be fair, there was one really good game and actually competent game that finally came out after so many years, that people have been playing recently.
Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
finally gaming is saved.
Gaming is
I'll
saved,
stop
and
being morbid
then
about all the garbage shooters that are copying each other.
well, you don't play Fortnite still, man.
No, nothing wrong. Nothing against Fortnite. Okay, I'm referring to every other game that releases in a broken, unplayable state. Battlefield.
Morbius.
Dude, okay, unrelated to Genshin, Morbius G Fuel, okay? I have to try that. It's a real thing, okay? I'm gonna send you the picture. Morbius G
Become a
Fuel.
vampire.
I was talking to my friend in school, right? And I'm like, bro, let's go in the bathroom and snort Morbius G Fuel, okay?
Morbius G Fuel.
Yes,
The shit
it's
that.
a limited edition thing. I'm not
Oh
even
my
kidding
god, he
you.
sent me a photo. Collector's box. Morbius plasma collector's box. Dude, the shit that cracks
What
me
does
up
it
is
taste like?
The shit that probably shit. It probably literally is just fecal matter, dude.
It tastes like Morbius.
It tastes like Morbius, which is not
Morbius
good.
sweep. It sold 1 trillion tickets, guys.
Oh my god. Can't wait for the greatest movie of all time, Morbius, to come out.
Morbius 2. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Electric Boogaloo. Alright, for real though, I
Yeah,
think they really get to fix it soon, because if not, ain't looking good for Genshin, no cap. I would start to get very worried if it's like 2 weeks and there's nothing announced.
I mean, I'm worried now, honestly. I genuinely don't think there's anything. Like, all I
Yeah,
can hope for is that we get that ley line event extension for everything that I was talking about, but I genuinely
yeah.
do not think we're gonna get anything.
Nope. I,
Because otherwise they would
the,
have
ho-
announced it already.
the hopes are there, dude, but so far, not looking great.
Yeah. But enough about the game being delayed. These current events, right? Especially the ley line one, right? I
Mhm.
think the current events for this update and everything have been good, right? I'm happy that we actually are getting a ley line. I think they should run these things literally every update, maybe even
Oh
twice an
yeah.
update, dude. Like, I think
Oh
ley
yeah.
lines, like improving farming, is the best thing they can do for like just general play. It helps everyone out, right?
Yes.
Um, and it makes like some of the more tedious tasks like farming more much more playable.
Oh,
Like
much
it's
more
just
bearable. Because I mean, not everyone still to this day, which is unfortunate, cannot beat Spiral Biz 12-3.
mhm.
Spiral Biz obviously is a pretty decent amount of Mora just by playing it. So unfortunately, people who can't beat that Spiral Abyss won't have a pretty big income of more. Obviously, there's the teapot and stuff, but unless you're me and sitting on 15,000 fucking things right now, you're not really looking at a super big amount. Um, yeah,
You
to
only have
buy more on stuff.
15,000?
I only have 15,000
I
because
haven't
I
been
I
spending
literally
them, but
I literally bought out the entire chat every single week. I think.
I've got like
Um,
maybe. Let me check actually. Can I check? I don't know. I've got like upwards of 27, but continue.
So yeah, as I was saying, the Mora is very hard to get. Leyline Overflow being the best way to get Mora for like a bang of your buck, basically. It's like the most bang for your buck, Mora, besides Spiral Abyss, which you just get more for free by completing it. Of course, events and all that stuff. Um, so I really hope that they introduce Leyline Overflow more because everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. Every time it comes around, it's always super hype. Everyone's like, let's go, Leyline Overflow. So I don't think that they will do this, unfortunately, every update. But if they were to, they maybe should give like a week. They one every 2-3 weeks. Like they put in a Leyland Overflow, which I think would really benefit the game a lot. Once again, promotes farming, which means player longevity. And it promotes just honestly playing the game and using it. Because if you don't use it that day, you lose it. So it promotes that, the missing out thing, like, oh, you're missing out on free rewards or extra double rewards or whatever. So entirely up to them, whatever they want to do with it. They know everyone loves it. They know how valuable it is because when they introduce it, everyone goes crazy. So hopefully, it's a update thing, but I don't really think they're gonna do that, unfortunately.
And that just really shows like how big of a challenge it is going to be for these upcoming weeks with like nothing in the game being added.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting to see how Genshin makes it out of this dry spell. Because instead of it being a thing with them not adding anything to the update, right? There's literally nothing.
There's
uh,
quite literally nothing. Quite literally.
it's I don't know. It's crazy times, right?
Yeah, we live in a world.
We live in a Morbius society.
I'm gonna kill you.
1 trillion tickets, bro. Best selling movie of all time.
Mobius.
Mobius sweet.
Mobius dick.
Yo, what?
Dude.
Yo, it's kind of suck. Kind of
Dun,
suck.
dun, 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 dun.
Bro, I wish I had a soundboard just so I could start spamming those sound effects.
Oh my god. Man, I fucking dude, not gonna cap. Yesterday I played Among Us for the first time in like such a long time, dude. Pretty fun.
Hold up,
The
gotta put a
new
pause. I'm
animation.
getting a call.
Oh, you're good.
Alright, sorry about that. Let's call for my mother.
But good.
So, you were talking about something?
Among Us.
Oh. Amogus. Amogus.
Nah, it was just off topic. You'd cut it out.
Sussy. No, I'm not. We're leaving it all in.
Among. But no, for real, I played Among Us like the first time in like a week, or not a week, but like the first time in like months, and I genuinely had fun. So
I swear I haven't
check
played
out
that game
check
in like
out
2
Among
years.
Us since Genshin is dead.
Shout out to Amogus.
Shout out to Among Us for actually being fun. But you need friends. Once again, not many Genshin players have friends.
Oh,
Not
bro, you
many
didn't have to
Genshin players
tell
have.
them that this are their faces, dude. Come on.
Hey man, sometimes honesty is the key.
Yeah, how like you
Maybe
honestly shouldn't upgrade Xinyan.
Yeah, my only level 20 character. Shout out to Xinyan.
Shout out to Xinyan for ruining anyone's progress, but hey, that's the next topic, so.
Shout out to all the Xinyan level 80 wasters.
Shout out to the Xinyan mains that finally hit 300k that last week.
Oh my god, they did. I'm so
Without
proud of
floor
them.
10, dude. Our floor 7. Let's go. Give him a round, bro, for being dedicated to the worst character in the game.
Did they actually hit 300k with like a perfect build?
Yes.
That is so sad.
You know, they finally hit 300k, fully maximized Xinyan. And my
Oh my
free-to-play-ish
God.
Eula is hitting more than that, like, without any setup.
Yeah, my Yamiko does like 400k.
Like, I'm including normals, by the way, guys, but, like, her burst is still doing about the same without setups. And, well, if you had constellations, then forget every other character in the game.
Yeah, my Yamiko literally does 400k with just her burst and like.
Bro, Ye's
It's
burst actually hits hella hard. Like, free-to-play stuff, I can get her burst to, like, actually... Yeah, as you said, like,
Yeah.
400k. Like, you can actually hit really hard over burst.
Yeah, the only downside is just I don't know. Yamiko's good, dude, but they really fucked her.
Solid character, could have been better. I wish she was better, but, you know, it's...
She's fun to use.
At
least she's
right?
fun to use.
She's fuck it, the Luke, better than the Luke. She's better than the Luke. Yeah, that's how it is, basically, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But almost anyone's better than the Luke at this point.
I know, but like him being a good standard of like a just solid DPS, her being better is good place to place her.
Yeah.
But yeah, progress. What have you done over this past like month since I've done an episode of this?
You just put like the sleeping fucking Stanley. What have I done? Just nothing. So what I have done, I have really just been farming and doing talents here and there, crowning here and there, upgrading artifacts here and there. I got my Yamiko's crowned, of course. Crowned her ultimate, level 9 her talent for her turret, and then I gave her level 8 for her normal attacks because I kind of just built her as an all-around character. So Yamiko kind of course, prioritized her, got her with artifacts and stuff, level 90 Widsith, all that. All the above you could really think of. I really upgraded my Diluc heavily. I invested hard into him. He's got 999 talents. I did end up crowning the ultimate on my Zhongli. Other things I have did, Ayaka, I got her up to 90, and then of course I crowned her burst. Ayaka, I still think is probably the best cryo character in the game. I think she's better than Ganyu at this point. I think she's definitely better than Ganyu. You just see so much more value out of her with her insane cryo application, in my opinion, more than Ganyu. And her burst literally one shots like almost anything in the entire game.
I think the main like thing about her is let's take a look at this at like a C6 level, right? A whale level. I think she's still better than Ganyu simply because of how free it is to combo her with Shinha. Like, you put them together, you're doing like ultimate damage every few seconds just from charge attacks, right? On top of everything else. Like,
Oh yeah,
putting them together at C6 is
dude.
incredibly strong, right?
Ayaka's C6, getting that extra, what is it, like 290% or whatever?
Mm-hmm,
Like she
mm-hmm.
gets, all right, let me see. Kamisato Ayaka gains whatever every 10 seconds, increasing her charge attack damage by 298%.
Yeah,
And then the
like,
buff will be cleared 0.5 seconds after it hits.
mm-hmm.
So every 10 seconds, you do 298% damage on your ultimate. Which means, or not on your ultimate, 298% charge attack damage, which means it adds, I'm assuming does it add it or does it multiply? I'm assuming
Um,
it adds it into the
it's
multiplier.
it
Like,
adds into like charge attack multipliers, right?
right,
So it's not gonna be on top of everything where it's like, oh my god, that's a billion damage, right? It's
right.
just makes your charge attack do a lot more damage than like
So your
it would
char
normally do.
your charge attack normally is 101. This is level 9. 101. Actually, I'll just look at it at crown. Why not? So charge attack at crown is 109 times 3. So you're already looking at over 300% charge
Mhm.
attack damage. And then you add that 298%, and of course she has, what is it? It's like 300 and what's, fuck, 9 times 3. Shit. 27, right? So you have 327% at base at level 10 for a charge
Mhm.
attack, which is already insane. That's like some people's E skill.
Mhm.
Not counting her E skill, also having 431% at level 10, which still hits insanely hard. Um, so she has that. So you have 327%. Then you're adding 298%. And you know what that means? That means big number. That's over 600% on her ultimate. That is, or charge attack. I'm sorry. That is ridiculous. That is
And
literally some people's ultimate skills.
yeah,
Like it is insanely high.
that's why it gets absurd with Shinhua because she's adding in flat cryo damage, right? Which is,
I'm,
it's flat damage but specifically for cryo, so it's gonna go into multipliers effectively a little bit more. And so
yeah.
she just does stupid damage on charge attacks,
So if
right?
you guys want to hear
And
how
C6 allows you to
ridiculous,
spam it, so
if you guys want to hear how ridiculously good that is for her C6, Hu Tao at a crowned level 10 has a 617% low HP skill damage multiplier. Obviously, she has higher HP and stuff. So her multiplier is literally higher than a level 10 crowned Hu Tao's ultimate on a charged attack.
mhm.
So her C6 is very good, pairs very well with Shenhe. Every constellation Ayaka has, I think, is a banger, in my opinion.
Ayaka
She's
has
got
some very
the
good constellations
C4,
because
which
almost
decreases
all of them
defense. Yeah,
are for her ultimate. Right?
yep,
So more
except for
damage.
C1. Her C1 decreases her cooldown of her E
C1, I
ability,
think
which helps out her
C5. Whichever one is the E skill, but that's still soft constellation.
C1.
I think
C1.
it's no. E skill scaling.
Oh, C5, yeah.
I
So
think
you
the
literally
C1's probably the weakest, if we're being real.
C1 is definitely the weakest, but it gives you the lower cooldown, and if you run her main DPS, which there's no reason to not run her main DPS, that, well, obviously you can run her burst and stuff, but that really helps out her ability on her ult uptime, because you're going to be getting basically twice the amount of E skills as you normally would. Because obviously when you throw her ultimate out, you're not going to just, like, you could swap characters and keep applying freeze, but if you're running Kokomi, you don't need to. If you're running Mona, you really don't need to either. If you're running, obviously you want Venti or Kazuha, which means you really don't need to be in another character. You could just kind of sit in Ayaka and spam her normal and charge attacks, which will decrease the cooldown. And then when you have her C4, she's decreasing enemy defense by 30%. She's got two other extra little fans that are doing 30% extra damage. And then she's just, I don't know, she's just ripping and literally tearing everything to shreds with her little iceberg fans. It's insane. Great character. That's who I personally have upgraded the most, I think, so far. I went from, I think I had her at 888. Now she's at 9910. So if you guys have Ayaka, my God, have mercy on your enemies.
Yeah, for me, progress has obviously been a little slow for, being on a break, but the main thing that
Mhm.
has been pretty crazy recently is off the standard banner, right? I got those, free singles that we get every month and all that. Uh,
Mhm.
I was able to pull Aquila Pavonia, which is a pretty nice upgrade for my Bennett, and if I want to run physical Kaching again, right? Huge
Yep.
damage I can get there. And, I mean, that's basically it. I have pulled a few other things, a couple refines here and there.
Yeah.
Um, but otherwise not too big. It's unrelated to my account, but I did actually log on to a friend's account to do a review of theirs, and they spend money on the game, and I was actually low key concerned for their characters. Their Kazuo was not running VV, not even running
Oh
Elemental
no.
Mastery. I was just like, what? So I
Yeah.
worked on their account a little bit, and I plan to go back in a week to see what has changed after they hopefully listened and have farmed VP. If not, then I guess that's my job to do it again. But, you know, there's a lot to work on for theirs. But as
Hmm.
the usual for me, I've just been pre-farming for the two new characters, Shinha and
Yes.
Yelan, because I am pretty hyped for both of them. They both look really cool. Um, quote unquote leaks slash spoiler. Yelan's ability, like her E skill, is pretty unique. Pretty
Yep.
excited for that, which is I as I said before we started this, I really should get Ayaka, but I want Yelan and then Kazuha is around the corner any moment, and I want to have the minimum amount to actually get him. So
Yeah. Kazu's
yeah.
one day. Kazu's gonna pop up and be like, "Yo, what up?" Like we don't know when he's coming. A lot of people are missing him, and a lot of people want him. So
Mhm. Like
yeah, I
surprisingly, it's been really long for both of them, dude. Klee and Kazuha. Um, but like it's funny because Ito, right? Other characters got reruns before Kazuha, right?
mhm.
Like everyone else, and so when is he coming back?
I think they realize how broken he is. He's just like, yeah, we're never releasing this character again. Let's just keep him.
That
Keep
that
him in
would
the
be
rafts, dude.
absurd.
Yeah. They technically could go however long they want without releasing his rerun. So
They
we'll
really
see what
could.
they do with that.
I'll be waiting in purgatory before Kazuha finally comes out.
Purgatory for Kazuha.
Uh-uh.
Oh my god.
Mhm. But yeah,
But
you
I
got.
think that pretty much covers everything here.
Oh, I was gonna ask you if you had any thoughts on the characters besides them
Oh, I
being
mean, dude,
sick.
green-haired bitch, hot. Give me.
Bro, I love both of them.
I
Shinobu's
love both
design
of
is just
them.
chef kiss.
Shinobu's design is insane. Like people at first were like, she does not look like an actual character, but like, I don't give a fuck. She hot. Give me.
Bro, it's so sick.
She
Like
should have
getting a
been
ninja
Denjo because of her
character.
green hair. It's like, okay, buddy.
The ninja style character, dude, love that. And the fact that she's got like a
Oh
chain
yeah.
sword, that is sick. That's like right out of Honkai of
Isn't
Senki
what
having a
what
chain
weapon did she
sword.
use again?
I love it. I don't know what it's called.
I
She's a
don't know what it's
chain
called
sword,
either.
dude.
Yeah. She's so badass. I just like the mask. I don't know. I just like fucking ninja people. I just love it, dude. Can't wait to get her. She's my most wanted character ever since Raiden, honestly, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
just
like
really love the way she
we all
looks.
know she's a 4-star. I don't care if she's good. With the assumption that she's an electro healer, it's gonna be good for some teams. She's gonna be a cool
Oh yeah.
option just in general. Like she doesn't have to be crazy good, which she probably won't be, because as you know, for these Inazuma 4-stars, they're like all over the place.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
you have
mhm.
insane ones and then you just have mid.
Well, you have ones that are insane in one scenario, and then you have ones that are just bad. Like
Yeah,
that's
you have
that's
like
what it is.
Sora who's insane on Electro Team, but other than that, she's mid. So
Hmm.
it's like I don't know. It's all over the place with Inazuma. Then you have Toma who just sucks.
Yeah,
People thought
fat rip
Toma
for
was
Toma.
good. Yeah, F in chat for Toma.
I
Who
wish he
else
was
did we
good.
have in 4-star that came out?
Say you.
Yunjin came out as well. Seiyu's I think probably the best overall one.
So you use like
Why say
Copium Gene,
Sara? I would
but
say Sara is
I'd
probably
say
the best
Sara's
one.
better.
Yunjin is just she's good, I
Yunjin
guess.
has like 3 teams.
Yeah.
Like that's the main thing. It's you're either running her if you oh no 4. It's either Yoimiya Ayato, normal attack Eula, which again if you're focusing on normal attacks, which Eula does do a lot, right? That's a huge damage boost. And then
Mhm.
Child. Like you're not running her on any other teams basically.
I just feel bad because the Inazuma characters have been very, very hit or miss, and
Hmm.
depending on if she's Electro healer, it really looks like she's gonna be the same situation as Startup, where she might be insane in Electro teams, but other than that, she's gonna be like, eh. So we'll see what she does with her constellations and all that stuff. But very excited for her. Probably my most wanted character in a very long time. I just love her design. They knocked it out the park with the design, and that to me, that's all that matters for a character, especially a game like Genshin where you're an open world. You're not looking at a PNG. You're literally playing with the character. So for me, character design is the most in character design, and then fun aspect of a character. So if they're fun and they have insane character design, which I'm assuming she's gonna be probably less fun than most characters because healers aren't really that fun to play in my opinion. But her design, they definitely knock it out the park. So very excited to see what she does whenever they announce it. If they ever release the update, so we'll fucking see.
Dude, okay. So, I was gonna say something about the other characters. So, Yelan, right? Everyone, so the designs, right? A lot of people love the designs. For whatever reason, people were freaking out about Yelan's armpit, dude.
Oh my
Why?
god.
Why?
Armpit queen.
I-
It's disgusting. Just don't even
to be
bother,
fair,
dude.
a lot of characters in this game have exposed armpits. It's like half of them, dude. But
Hey, Miko.
it's just like,
Sarah.
what is with people?
I don't know, dude. Jean. I don't know, man. Does Amber? No, Amber doesn't.
It's like actually half of them, but no, that's
Yeah, I'm literally going through half of them. Like, yeah, no one really gives a fuck.
like.
I think it's
I
just
don't
because
mind
of her
freaking out.
pose. I think it's literally just for
The
gotcha spotcher.
pose.
Yeah, I think that's what people are complaining about.
Pose. Oh, yeah, I need to
But it
show
doesn't
those
matter. Like,
poses.
it's not a sexual pose, like at all. Like, unless you're like
Please,
into
Genshin Toro have you thinking different.
like for real. Like, they could have any kind of pose, and they'd be like, "Bro, that's sexual." It's like, okay. Like, you could have like Diana doing her little cat pose, and they'd be like, "They're looting a child." Like, what? Man, what kind of crack
Like,
you
have you ever
smoke in
seen a
Genshin
cat?
community? Yeah, have you ever seen a cat? Do they have their paws out? Yes or no? Well, it's different. No, shut up. Just shut up.
God.
But yeah. So this has gone on for quite some time.
I'm just busy looking at the characters, dude. I love them.
Mostly been rambling on about
Among Us.
the worries. Yeah, Among Us and the worries of the future, because right now the future ain't looking too bright. But hopefully, I hope what's gonna happen is maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks delay. 10 fates are given out to everyone, and then all is kind of good and well. But we'll see what happens. Thank you everyone for coming out to the podcast. Gold Demon, go ahead and wrap it up for us, buddy.
Yep, as you said, wonderfully. I hope the game picks up after this and the delay is not horrible for it. And just like my channel, I will be back soon. See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.